They were all dead. Ishtar, the werewolf slayer, had killed them all. The moon, bathed in crimson, bore witness to the gruesome massacre. Ishtar stood amidst the lifeless bodies of his sworn enemies, his heart pounding with a mixture of triumph and dread. His bloodlust had been sated, but at what cost? Ishtar had dedicated his life to hunting and annihilating werewolves. As a child, he had witnessed the brutal slaughter of his family at the hands of these cursed creatures. Their haunting howls still echoed in his nightmares, and the scars of that fateful night ran deep. In the name of his family's memory, he had taken a blood oath to rid the world of werewolves, and he had kept that oath with unwavering determination. Years passed, and Ishtar's legend grew. His name struck terror into the hearts of werewolves across the known lands. Yet with each hunt, a little more of his humanity faded away. The line between hunter and hunted blurred until he could no longer distinguish himself from the very monsters he despised. But now, with the last of the Highlands werewolves lying lifeless before him, a chilling realization gripped Ishtar. He was alone, adrift in a world devoid of the creatures that had defined his existence. The very purpose that had driven him for so long had crumbled to dust, leaving him with an emptiness he could not ignore. The news of the festival of feasting reached Ishtar's ears, an extravagant celebration commemorating the end of the War of Conquest and the fragile peace it had ushered into the world. Among the revelers, there would be vampires, ghouls, and even the dreaded corpse kings themselves. Nazai, the city of the undead, would host the festivities. Ishtar couldn't resist the allure of a city teeming with creatures he still hated with every fiber of his being. As Ishtar drew closer to the festively lit city, his heart pounded with a mixture of anticipation and revulsion. The very idea of mingling with the creatures he had once sworn to destroy filled him with anger. But the festival of feasting was unlike any other event in the known lands, a testament to unity and healing. It was a chance for Nazai to showcase its strength in peace, to reveal the beauty that existed even in the hearts of the undead. He passed through the city gates, his eyes narrowing at the sight of vampires in elegant attire, ghouls in elaborate masks, and other creatures he had hunted for years. The festive atmosphere sickened him, and his grip on the hilt of his silvered blade tightened. Ishtar's hatred burned hotter as he navigated through the stalls laden with exotic foods, observed the graceful wraith dancers, and heard the hauntingly beautiful music that filled the air. He couldn't comprehend how anyone could revel in the company of creatures so vile. As the night deepened and the festivities continued, Ishtar found himself drawn to a gathering of storytellers. One old vampire, with eyes like blood rubies, recounted tales of the War of Conquest and the sacrifices made by all sides. Ishtar listened intently, but instead of understanding, his anger grew. He couldn't deny that Nazai, the city of the undead, was beautiful in its own eerie way. But beauty was a mask that concealed the monstrosity within. Ishtar clung to his hatred, his convictions unshaken. The festival of feasting had done nothing to change his heart. As the night wore on, Ishtar felt like a lone wolf among a pack of predators. The crimson moon above seemed to mock him, a cruel reminder of the beasts he despised. With every passing moment, he yearned for the familiar comfort of the hunt, for the savage satisfaction of the kill. Ishtar knew then that his place was not among the revelers celebrating peace. He was a hunter, a killer, and he could never coexist with the very creatures he had sworn to exterminate. His journey had led him to this twisted city, but his destiny remained unchanged, to continue the hunt, to wage his unending war against the werewolves, and to forever embrace the darkness within.